Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks for tuning in. I'm here for the lovely Libra Collective. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. Everyone is welcome, though. We're going to talk about the week of August 24th to the 30th, 2026. We're going to see what it means using tarot cards, oracle cards. I'll share channeled messages if I receive any. And this could pertain to any area of your life: career, money, love, fortune, relationships, empowerment, all the stuff. You have free will, final say. Your intuition knows best. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's get started with some tarot tokens. Themes for the week, general advice. We'll do animal cards, angel numbers, all of it. High Priestess. So overarching energy from the major arcana, High Priestess. Decks I use are down below, as is the info for these tokens that I use every week, pretty much every week. All right. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I post Sunday mornings, Eastern time at 10, as well as Wednesdays, and sometimes bonuses. Anyway, let's see. Some divine direction for the week ahead, please. We'll see how we can stay high vibing. I'll pull crystal cards as well. All right. You know. So you know. This could be connecting to work in some way too, especially if you wanted to, if you came here and you're like, should I get into the healing arts or something like that? I'm actually getting yes, that if it has to do with something healing or something that you've healed and you can help others, yes. That's what I'm feeling, but of course you do you, right? So you already know the answer. Your intuition's trying to guide, protect, and inform you about a situation. What else? We'll talk about the High Priestess in relation to this. Now it's interesting. You have and about intuition and answers, and that's what the High Priestess does have to do with, right? That's about discovering your own truths, your answers to mysteries and secrets, and trusting yourself, that inner voice, right? Trusting your intuition and going quiet for a while if needed. In order to do that, realizing things come in stages and phases, and sometimes we're not meant to know everything. That's another message with the High Priestess. Round and round. Round and round. So give attention to situations that keep repeating themselves. Could be not following your own intuition. I added that part. There is a lesson you're resisting to learn, possibly, okay? What else, please? Divine Direction Oracle. Divine Portal. So you could say we have some divine portal energy. We have this whole month. We had the Mystic Rectangle around the 10th. We had the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. We've had total solar eclipse in Leo on the 12th, and now we're going to have a total or a lunar eclipse as well. That'll actually be the focus of your next reading. That lunar eclipse energy. That's a lunar eclipse in Pisces. Yeah, lunar eclipse in Pisces. So this says, get ready to awaken your connection to the spirit realm. The divine forces are helping you transform your life. Libra, this is all about your intuition. I mean, my goodness. If it hasn't come in yet, it's coming online heavy, fast. Like you're going to be getting all kinds of intuitive downloads. I bet you already are. Manifestation. This card wants to keep coming out. I mean, this is a deck of, I think, 80 cards, and I only pull 4, and one of them is manifestation. I mean, do the math on that. That's rare for that to happen, but you're manifesting rapidly. Your dreams, your goals, they're becoming a reality. So stay focused, and it could absolutely have to do with wealth. I flipped the deck open, and there it is, folks. Wealth. Wealth can come in many forms. All right. So new financial opportunities will help you achieve long-term success. Get these all lined up for you. All right. Thank you, Divine Direction Oracle. Now we're going to move on to some tarot. I have a new deck out that reminds me of Virgo energy. It's called the Cottage Magic Tarot by Anne Shen. Adorable. I don't know why, but it just reminds me of Virgo energy. So happy birthday, by the way, if you're a Virgo sun. Maybe you watch because you're on the cusp even of Virgo and Libra. Welcome. So we have already out, we have Temperance, the Devil, and the Tower. My goodness, Libra, what is going on here? All in a row, too. 14, 15, 16. Wow. And I did pre-shuffle the deck. So what's going on here? It says, you know what you need to, first of all, you know what's depleting you. Okay, Devil, Tower. You know what you need to, what needs to come apart, Tower. You know what needs to maybe happen. And it could be sudden, yes. And this could help you restore some balance here with Temperance. This could actually be exactly what you're needing. There's self-control here, though, about how you go about things. There's a grounded approach that's possibly needed for something. You have Sagittarius energy. You have Capricorn energy here. Maybe you have placements or know someone on the cusp even of those two. But this is self-control. This is balance. This is patience. This is like, I feel like you already know how to go about something to free yourself from anything that's holding you back, anything that's deceptive, anything that has been, I'm getting the term less than best, anything that's making you feel dependent or that's too dependent on you. That's coming in. It's going to be ended, it looks like. Sudden change here, possibly some sort of surprise, could certainly be a surprise. Wow. All right. It's like you already know this needs to happen, though, for a lot of you. Okay, Libra. Tell us about this. What if we just keep going round and round? What will the outcome be with that? Tell us about round and round, what we're not learning. The Four of Candles, the Four of Wands. This would be like a lack of support, conflict in the home even. That would be if that's why, because I was asking about like resistant energy. What if we resist the lessons? What if we keep going round and round? So I'm thinking of like what the reverse, what the darker side, the shadow side of the Four of Wands would be a lack of support. It would be instability. It would be home conflicts, right? It would be not reaching your goals, possibly. It would be missing out on the timing of something. So that is what could happen with allowing situations to just repeat themselves. What else do we have? Tell us more. Give us more clarity about this. What if we learn the lesson and we take action? Knight of Candles. Knight of Wands. It could free your spirit. It could lead to more creativity, more opportunities. What else do we have? And then just anything in between. Tell us, please. The Empress. Oh my gosh. You're stepping into a phase of creativity, of abundance, of fertility. You're removing any sort of creative block, anything that's been smothering, anything that's been empty, any sort of dependence or reliance on others. That's what we're addressing. We're removing ourselves from it or it from us. Tell us about divine portal. What are we getting ready to awaken? What's transforming? Are we awakening? We're getting ready to awaken. Not just giving, but also receiving. So we're maybe restoring some sort of balance that's been off. We're getting a return on our investments. We're getting some sort of help, some sort of divine help, divine assistance. What else, please tell us? What else can we expect for the divine portal? The Sun, my goodness. So maybe 8/12 was particularly powerful for you. That was I'm saying that because it was the total solar eclipse and this is the sun. Okay, so something maybe happening in Leo season that helped. So what else? So what's coming through with this divine portal? I mean, this can be restored vitality, awareness, a joyous outcome, a boost in your confidence. It's going to help the Empress grow her harvest. Tell us what else to expect from the divine portal. I feel like it very much has to do with the eclipse energy and just the whole month. I feel like all of August has been one big divine portal. This energy is going to continue for months. It's not just going away. This is a very important time. I feel that it is world transformation that's happening. Okay. Page of Candles. So the page of Wands here. So exploration, excitement. We can expect freedom. You know, we can expect maybe even the creativity or the inspiration to move forward. So some sort of positive news is coming in. Tell us about manifestation. How do we make it happen? How do we make this happen? How do we make our manifestations come true? The King of Teacups. King of Cups. We make our manifestations come true. Not being afraid to dream. Using our own intuition. Generosity of spirit, that's coming in. Not getting swept away in the emotions or the drama of others. Being a supportive leader and relying on the support of others. Making sure that that's balanced. Right? Not being emotionally manipulated. Being in control of our own emotions. What else is going to help us manifest? What should we avoid? Foolishness. We should avoid self-sabotage or recklessness, being taken advantage of, having people stomp on our plans. We should be avoiding all of that. We should be focusing on optimism and removing ourselves from anything that's feeling negative, pessimistic. Anyone who hasn't really been there for you, you may be considering those relationships and ending those. What else? How do we make our dreams come true? These questions are all coming to me channeled. So maybe they're questions you've come to the reading asking for. So this is part of the channeled messages that I receive. Answers to questions I receive that are channeled. How do we make our dreams come true? 9 of biscuits. Biscuits. 9 of biscuits. She's in her garden there. That's the 9 of pentacles. And how do we make our dreams come true? Well, solo. Looks like self-sufficiency, right? Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy the luxuries you do have now. Focus on your own garden. Focus. Okay, she's focusing on her bird here in the card. She's got a very optimistic attitude too. That's coming through on this card. It may be time to kind of cut your losses even from a group dynamic or something and move on. Okay. Just focusing more on what it is you need to do for yourself and knowing that that's not selfish. Self-sufficiency, self-care, that is not selfish. Okay? This is freedom. This is having a good relationship with money. Now is the time to focus on you. Okay? Focus on your success. So, enjoy it. Celebrate you. Treat yourself. That's also coming in on this. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yeah. That's what's coming in with that. Okay, so allow yourself to feel proud too of your accomplishments, because that was one of the challenges, like a lesson we're not learning. And that would be the 4 of Wands here. If it were in reverse, it'd be like not celebrating your accomplishments, right? Or not giving yourself the opportunity to have any. So this is really, yes, celebrating how far you've come. It's telling you you've done a great job, keep at it. You're focusing on the right things. Let's get some clarifiers for wealth, please. Wealth, tell us more. Anything about wealth, just one. The 3 of biscuits. So the 3 of pentacles, with regard to financial opportunities that are helping you achieve success. Some of you, this is about collaborations, being, coming up with a blueprint, coming up with some plans here, working together, right? Planning something out. Even if your collaboration is with you, yourself, and source, that's you, yourself, and me, myself, and I right now. So, but this is like a good period as far as embracing new ideas, even new technology. You might be having that come in as something that you're needing to do or wanting to do. But this is about having common goals, shared goals, and working towards the same thing, right? And really good for teamwork. Really good for teamwork. So now I want to clarify. We're going to use the cat tarot. It's the cute cat tarot, I think it is. Cute cat tarot. There's what I had for the week ahead through my own intuition was, well, this is all through my intuition, but you know what I mean. So my meditation beforehand, I had supportive wisdom. And that's interesting because that's that King of Cups kind of energy, supportive wisdom. I feel like it's High Priestess too. I was getting taking actionable steps so dreams become real. Oh my gosh. And you literally have on this card, your dreams and goals are becoming a reality. Wow. I had get inspired, discipline, and anything is possible. All right, cool. I feel like that's very spot on for what we're getting. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers. Cute Cat Tarot. Another new deck. Thought I'd get some new decks out. Virgo season. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. So you may be thinking something over, deciding if something is good enough. That could be part of it. But it's like, Libra, you already know. You already know if it's good enough for you or not, whatever you're contemplating. We also have, so this is the Page of Swords in reverse. So the reverse of this is something being all talk. That could be the round and round. If something's all talk, not enough action. So manipulation too. That could be another thing, like not letting yourself be manipulated by others or by misinformation. Clarifying divine portal. We have 10 of Swords. Feeling defeat in some way. Feeling as though there's an ending. It could be an ending of whatever's not working, because I'm getting the word adjustments. So making some sort of adjustment. Not seeing an ending as failure, right? Just because you closed the door doesn't mean you failed. All right, manifestations clarified by 5 of Pentacles. So right now, focus on your strengths. All right, focus on your strengths with that. Not focusing on your insecurities. Not focusing on lack, right? Focus on the 6 of Wands. Focus on public reward, on victory, on success. Remember, focus on your accomplishments. Tell us about wealth. 3 of Swords. I knew we were going to get not such a positive one on this for some reason. So as far as wealth, there could be some sort of suffering happening, some sort of grief. 5 of Wands, yeah, to do with conflict, rivalry, competition, just things not being able to make ends meet. Tell us more. 10 of Cups. So we do have some sort of, so it's letting you know that the happiness comes from within. I know it might sound corny, but it's like being what you, in the energy you wish to attract, already being there. So this is about inner happiness, having fulfillment in other areas of your life to then fill your pocketbook, that sort of thing. So dreams coming true here. Dreams coming true. For some of you, it's going to be a partnership too, or it doesn't have to be romantic, but yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and see, how can we stay high vibing in what can sometimes be challenging energy at times, but how do we stay high vibing? If you enjoy the video, please show support. It's free. Like the video, subscribe, hype, leave a comment, share. All that helps. If you'd like bonus content once a month, it's usually once a month. Memberships are open. High vibing. Food. What you eat affects your vibration. What you eat affects your vibration. Pay attention to what you're eating. Okay, receive the high vibes from Mother Nature. That is so Virgo, right? The healer. So feel the high vibes from Mother Nature, from Mother Earth, Earth sign, and give thanks. All right. Now, anything in the way, anything blocking us? I did already ask that, though, in the reading. I did ask that, but I just want to see if there's anything else, something else, anything else blocking us. Ignoring little details. So ignoring details that could make a big difference. That could be one block. So appreciating details. This we already had, appreciating the smaller things, right? Little things in life. So use the small stuff to your advantage. All right. I mean, that could be the thing that sets you apart from everyone else. Yeah. So anything else coming through? Not in this deck. No. All right. So next we're going to get our crystal card for the week. You could find this crystal pops up for you. Again, your next reading is Wednesday, and we'll be focusing on the energy of that lunar eclipse in Pisces. Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. Open the door. Angel numbers. 2222. Sign of balance and harmony. Maintain your balance with positivity. And that all equals 8. And we are still in the 8th month, and we're still in that energy, or somewhat anyway, of the 8-8 Lions Gate. And we have a spiritual alignment is needed at this time. Unblock and heal your chakras. For some of you, it could be through music, sound in general. I'm picking up on that. Now, let's go ahead and get an animal card. That flipped right out. We have Fox here. Fox. This is the Animal Wisdom Oracle by Britta Bowman. Fox, elevated perception here coming in for you this week. Rise above the limitations of your past and embrace a higher perspective. Approach your next steps with an open mind. What else, please? I'm getting the initials S, like Smith, and K, like Kendra. I just dropped 2 cards on the floor. All right. Okay, here we go. We have Rabbit and Red Deer. So soul purpose and finding clarity. That could be what some of you are doing now. Taking a leap of faith toward your purpose, what you feel is your soul purpose. So with Red Deer, we have you're here for a reason. Explore what truly brings you joy. Align your life with your passions. And then with finding clarity, again, it comes back to you already know. You already know. Finding clarity, release what no longer serves you, right? We have the Tower there. Clarity will emerge. It's time to align with your highest good. As I say, right? Self-care is not selfish. So that's what we have for the week. Again, you know how to show support. Thanks so much for being here. Hope to see you in the next reading, and check out your other readings. Take care. Thanks so much.